Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me. A plus B whole square formula. You apply it and tell me what will happen. This one will become velocity of center of mass with respect to ground whole square plus velocity of particle one with respect to ground whole square plus 2 into AB means 2AB. What is that? Velocity of a center with respect to ground into velocity of particle with respect to center of mass plus second one half into M2 into again here also A plus B whole square. Speak Ra, you also tell me velocity of a center of mass with respect to ground whole square plus velocity of a particle 2 with respect to center of mass whole square plus 2 into AB. So into C. That is what it is. Now multiply with the half into M, everything. You can take it because if I will do, I will take it out fastly, but you're all you need some time to understand. So that's why I'm doing very simple. So slowly I'm doing. So half into M1 into VCG square plus half into M1 into V1C square plus half into 2 into VCG into V1C plus half into M1 into M2 ra M2 into VCG square. Speak ra everybody. M2 into V2 square C plus half into M2 into VCG into half into 2 into M2 into VCG into V2C. Am I right? Everybody, will you all agree with me? All of you? Yes, please. So here half and half will get cancelled. Here also half and half will get cancelled. In this, some term is common. Can you tell me what is the term? It is common. Yes, please. VCG and here also what is that? Everybody. VCG. Clear? Yes, please respond, guys. So that, can I put the two terms together? I'll take half outside. If I take outside, what is remaining? M1 VCG square plus M2 VCG square. That is two terms over. What is the two terms I have been made? This one and as well as this one. Any doubt with this till here? Pradosh? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now what else next? You all tell me. Simplify it and make proceed. That's what I'm expecting from you. So you all should tell. Rudreswar, tell me. Rishi, Mr. Narayan, Pradeep, Narayan Natal saying anything? Yes, please. Murali, speak. So what else next? Everyone. So you all knows.
Half M1 V1.
Yeah. You can notice it. We all people knows that V is equals to R omega. Now in place of V, I will write V1. V1 is equals to R1 omega. V2 is equals to R2 omega. V3 is equals to R3 omega. Any problem for anybody? Any problem for anyone?
No, sir.
No. So can I write it or not? Because angular velocity remains constant, but velocity is not same. So that I will replace everything. Total kinetic energy is equals to, you can all notice it. So what is remaining everywhere? In place of V, I will write R omega. V1 means R1 omega. V2 means R2 omega. V3 means R3 omega. So I can write like that it is. So now if you have noticed it, so here M1 is there. So let me take now half outside, remaining all places. What is remaining? This is, this is and this is left it. Just you wait it. Okay. Next you see guys, what will happen? These two terms. I will take half outside. If I take half outside, now VC, what do you mean by VC? What I can write? Everybody? VC means what I can write, guys? You respond, M1 into, tell me guys. VC means what? Particle V1. What is a V1? V1 means what? R1 omega. Am I right, guys?
R1 omega.
Yeah, R1 omega 1 whole square. Omega 1 or omega. Correct? Square. Plus half into M2 into R2 omega square. Will you agree with me? Yes? Please.
Yes,
Plus.
sir.
Next, remaining two terms are there. What is the two terms? This term and this term. So what is the two terms? Let me write exactly, then I will change it. VCG into V1C plus VCG into V1C. Okay, let it be this. Okay, now you observe very carefully. You all can modify it. This one, this is V2G. VCC and V2C. V2 it is. Yeah. V2C. Okay. Now you all can notice it. This one, no problem. I'll write it half into. So which is equals to something. Can you tell me what is that? M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus so on, which is equals to something. What is that, everybody? Yes, total mass. Am I right, everyone? And VC square and VC square, that is what? Velocity of center of mass with respect to ground plus, let me modify this term now, half into M1 into, now see in this both something is common. Can you tell me what is that? This one I will write as a R1 square omega square. This one I will write as a R2 square omega square. Very complicated. So what is common? Anybody? Yes, half is common and as well as some other thing is common, guys. What is that?
Omega square.
Omega square is common. So I will take omega square common and inside can I write M1 R1 square plus M2 R2 square plus and so on. This is equals to something. Can you tell me which is equals to something? M1 R1 square plus M2 R2 square plus M3 R3 square, which is equals to I. So which is equals to half into M into VC square plus half into I omega square. So plus still it is there. So now in this two something is common. Have you checked it? This is V1C and this is V2C and this is what? With respect to center velocity of center of mass with respect to ground. Velocity of center of mass with respect to ground is common. Now inside you can check it. So what else is there, everyone? What else is there? V1C and V2C. Okay. So something is missing. Okay, mass is missing. Some term is missing. Check it, everyone. Yeah. M2. M2 we forgot. And here also what is this? A square plus B square plus 2AB. Correct? So 2AB. Am I done correct? Any mistake is there? Verified? Into M2 is there, correct? Yes, here M1 is there and M2 is there. So M1 is missing here. So what will happen here? Here we will get it M1 and here what will be happen? M2. Is it correct, Pradosh? Multiplying with M1, half into M1, correct? Half into M1, here half into M2. Okay, Rudreshwa?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is inside? M1, V1.
M1, V1 plus M2,
Inside
V2.
what? M2, V2C and so on. Any problem for anybody? You can ask. Clear, guys? Yes? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we all knows that again same thing. So velocity of center of mass, which is equals to what? M1 V1 with respect to ground plus M2 V2 with respect to ground plus M2 V3 with respect to ground divided by M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus and so on. So this is totally is equals to what? Capital M, total mass. So this whole equation I'll multiply with what, guys? Anybody can tell? I'll whole equation I'll multiply with what? Multiply and divide with what? Numerator and denominator.
M.
Multiply with the M. Okay, wow. So now this full thing which is equals to something. What is that? Everybody. That is what? Velocity of center with respect to ground into velocity of center of mass with respect to ground or with respect to center? With respect to what? This is with respect to ground, but here we are having what? With respect to what? Everybody.
Center.
To center into M. So we all know velocity of a center with respect to
Zero.
ground existed, but velocity of a center of mass with respect to center is what? 0. So that this whole term will become what? Everybody. Whole term will become 0. Okay. Clear, everybody? Understand, Amma? So this plus after this you continue this. Okay. So don't write middle gap. After plus you have to write this step. This step is over. After that you have to write it. But bracket you write it this one. So what is remaining? Half into M into VC square plus half into I omega square. This is the formula for total kinetic energy when the body is in both translation and as well as rotational motion. Okay. So this is what is the expression. I hope you all understand how to solve. For those any problem, you can ask me or else you can proceed. Clear, everybody? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please make it. So this is what is about it. I will show you. Narayan, anything doubt? Ask me, Narayan, any step. But slowly how to solve. See, here I forgot it, M1 and M1. You have to multiply with half into M1 VCG, half into M1 V1 C square, half into M1 into 2 into VCG and V1C. So half of will get 2 will get cancelled. M1 into VCG and V1C. Here M2 into VCG and V2C. That is what you have to remember. Any problem for anybody? You can ask me, or else you complete it fast. So this is what is that. Then next evening class we'll study angular momentum derivation, plus we'll solve the numericals related to this kinetic energy, momentum, and as well as angular momentum. Okay, so please all of you solve. These derivations are very, very important. Like it will be like what we can say, while we are solving the numerical, sometimes very tough sums will come. So by the time it will help us to make it. Are you clear, everybody? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
but
sir.
here you see, don't get confused. This is what we are writing. This is the formula, what we are writing. This is for velocity of center of mass with respect to what, guys? With respect to ground. Okay. But here we are getting velocity of center of mass with respect to center. Why means here V1G it is with respect to ground. But here we are getting V1C with respect to center of mass. So velocity of center of mass with respect to ground, it is existed. But velocity of center of mass with respect to center, it is not existed. So that is why that will be, it is not existed at all. So it is 0. So this 0 means whole term will become 0. So finally, the total kinetic energy equals to mvc square. Now here vc square means what? Velocity of a center of mass with respect to what, everybody? With respect to ground. That is very important. Okay. Pradosh, anything doubt, Pradosh, in this? You understand, everybody? Anya and Samya, Rishi? Yes. So unless you have a practice,
Yes,
it is
sir.
not possible to solve. You must able to solve it very clearly, slowly. So very, very important concepts it is for IIT, NEET, everything. So just if you are having a clear idea, it is very simple to solve the numerical. Numericals formulas only needed, but it's understanding the concept is very important. So even acceleration like that only. If you want to calculate acceleration at any point, suppose they ask you to calculate here. So we all knows that tangential acceleration like this, and centripetal acceleration is what? Towards to the center. Okay. So resultant, what is the angle between them? Everybody, 90 degrees. Then net acceleration will act between them. So that is what you have to remember. Are you clear, everybody? Do you understand, Amma? All of you? So this is always acceleration of any particle you can calculate in such a way only. So you must try, you have to calculate. Already one sum I taught you. So this is 405, not 405. So you have to calculate and you have to do it. Okay. So whenever you get a chance, you have to spend more time for the physics, then only you can able to do. Otherwise, it is impossible to make. Okay. So very, very important. Weightage is very high for this chapter. Okay. So evening, based upon the convenience, I will inform and we'll finish that inertia expression and we'll solve the numericals. So hardly 2 days we'll complete this chapter. Thank you, everybody. We'll meet in evening class. So get back to work and practice up to lunch one subject. At least spend time, 2 hours time, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. 2 hours you have to practice for difficult, hardest sum. Let it take 1 hour also, no problem. You are on a beginning level. Even it will take 1 hour, no issues. You must need to work. Okay. So then only you can progress in the exam. Thank you, everybody. Get back to work and start reading. We'll meet in evening class.